Hey there guys, hope you're all doing well. So these are some new figures I've gotten. I've just put the light directly above here, so hopefully I don't whack my head, otherwise I'll try and move it. But yeah, so these two are the newest ones I've gotten, these two. And I brought this one out just to compare. These two are the old ones I've gotten. But yeah, so I'll sort of go through them. I think I've already done a video on this one. So this is I think it's technically the Mark 1 War Machine. I think it says somewhere. From memory on the suit. Yeah, there you go, the Mark 1. However, in the movie, Tony says something to Ray like, "Oh, if you want to be the War Machine, you take the suit," and he's wearing this suit, which this suit is based off, or it's modified. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that works. So I guess this is technically Mark 1 of the War Machine, because in here, little machine guns, rather than the updated one which has missiles. There's sort of a bit of Iron Man lore for you. Some of the suits lore. Yeah, so this is the light up version as well. It has a USB-C plug-in. So this one, for anyone wondering, it will come with one. It will come with a little plug for you, like a little charging plug, which is awesome. I did not think that would be the case. Actually, I might as well turn him on. So I charged him like maybe a week ago and haven't really turned him on, but he still turns on fine. It looks really cool. The hands do not turn on, just in case you're wondering. This will last you about, I think, 2.5 hours, and then it will start to fade. By 3.5 hours, it's like you can tell it's still on, but it's very much faded. So yeah, that just gives you an idea of how long it'll last, because I timed it. The War Machine, this is just regular War Machines. None of the others are light up versions because they're quite a bit more expensive. This thing is awesome. Yeah, I cannot express how cool it is. So is this one. This thing is wicked. It is so accurate and well sculpted and well designed. The paint is impeccable. The joints, the way everything comes together, is very well done. Yeah, and for the price, these are a bargain. I've heard people compare these to Hot Toys. Hot Toys, for a comparison, are about like as tall as this ruler, I think. I don't have any, but they're quite a bit taller and bigger and more detailed than your normal average figure. But these are fantastic. But yeah, crazy. So yeah, there's those two. Let's push those aside for this second. So this is a new one. I don't know if they did these first or these first. So these two had, I took them off, but they had a peg that goes around their waist, and it's not a clamp, or it is a clamp, but it has a spring that holds it, which is pretty good. It works well. It's if you want to make them flying or something like that. These do not. They have a clamp, but it's friction based. Like the clamps are on little prongs, and they just sort of move. They're like posable. They're like the arms. They're not springs. And they kept falling off, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm just gonna put it back in the box. So maybe that was the first design, and then they switched to the spring ones. I'm not sure, but yeah, absolute toilet. But they still come with the stands and all that good stuff, and a bunch of accessories, which I won't show because they're in the box. But a bunch of hands, rocket boosts, so if you want to make them fly or whatever. Yeah, so this is the Mark 6. So this is from Iron Man 2. This is the final suit he wears. it's more powerful. It has a more powerful arc reactor. Well, that's what it's called. It's more reliable, and it stops. It's not killing him slowly as he finds out. Yeah, very, very cool. The paint on these is unreal. It's so shiny, and like it's a deep, deep dark red, and the gold sticks out a lot as well. But yeah, super clean. And I think they all have flaps at the back that can be pushed outwards if you want that. Again, this one does not turn on. Neither does that one. It also has the what movie it's from. So this was Iron Man 2, but it's also in the Avengers for half the movie. But it has the Mark, like Mark 6. This one doesn't have that. Neither does this one. This is Mark 2. That's Mark 1 of War Machine, I guess. Mark 6, Mark 3, and I've got Mark 7. But that's from Hasbro. But yeah, we'll get into the Mark 3. So this is one of my favourite suits. I think my favourite suit is still the Heartbreaker armor. This is a very, very close second. They haven't done the Heartbreaker armor from what I'm aware of. The Heartbreaker one is, I think it's Mark 17, I think, from memory. It's essentially a upgraded and bigger arc reactor. And it's just more powerful overall. But I think most of the suits up until Mark 15 were upgraded versions of this and the Mark 7, which is kind of this but with more missiles and artillery and stuff like that. And then it just kept evolving, and then he made suits with specific goals. Like the final one was the space suit. He did one that went underwater. There was one that broke apart and came back together, but that was not the Mark 42 one. It was a different one. But yeah, this one does not light up either. That's fine. It has the flaps as well. Oh, that was the other issue. This one. That's the only issue. His ankles are kind of loose, so he kind of falls over a little bit, but you just push him forwards and he's fine. Again, just extra hands for accessories and the rockets, which is quite cool. But yeah, no paint imperfections either, which is like so good. I've got so many figures that have like paint defects and it just looks, usually it's like fine, but sometimes it looks really rotten and no good. But yeah, these are all very, very good, even though they're, I think I would say, fairly basic. And then this one for comparison, let's turn his head. So this is the Hasbro Infinity Saga figure. I think it's called the Infinity Saga. This has easily been one of my favourite figures for a long time. You can obviously see a huge difference. This was, I think, the same price or a bit more expensive than this one. They have sort of the same accessories. I think this one, yeah, this one is a lot heavier, or quite a bit heavier. The sculpting is very good, and obviously he's like, it's like the suit is turned on, whereas this one looks like it's turned off. But yeah, very cool. But I would say this one is better, just because the paint, the quality, the articulation, and just all of that, and it even comes with a stand. This doesn't. I still really like this one, but yeah, this is very much better. But yeah, still one of my favourite figures, I would say. I think it's this one, or the Mark 7 has one of the accessories is the helmet, but the faceplate is coming off to show Robert Downey Jr.'s face, but you can interchange them because they've got the same helmet. But yeah, so that's all the figures. If you have any questions, I'll try and answer them. Again, I don't know anything about like the butterfly joints and the double jointed style. I just know double jointed elbows and knees. That's about it. But yeah, so that'll be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.